Hey guys, it's Miss Livy, and I thought I would go over with you my ideas for cycle 3 week 5. I've been taking 5 minutes and starting with, we do a couple stretches and we talk about our 2 classroom rules, which are when you see this, it means be quiet immediately. And when you need to ask for help, you ask silently by leaving your hand raised until me or Miss Lisa can help you. And then I ask a couple students to talk about what is their favorite thing that happened this week, and a student volunteer to pray. So the whole thing takes like 5 minutes and helps us get off on, helps us start better, I guess. So for a new grammar, I like to start with geography. I'm kind of just sticking with what's been working for us, which is I say the states and capitals, then they say it with me, then I say the capital, you say the state, you say the capital, I say the state, then we get out their maps and their coloring maps, and I say, can you find Michigan, Lansing, Michigan? What does the shape remind you of? Does it remind you of a hand? Okay, what color is it? Let's color that on our coloring page. Then we have science. This week is easy. We're just going to do sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. And it's been working out really well. I got tired of pointing and my hand getting in the way with the whiteboard, so I actually bought an extendable pointer. It's like $7 on Amazon, and the students love taking turns. If they behave with it, I let them come up and just teach the class for me. They take turns with the pointer. So I'm going to let somebody come up and point to sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch. And then a different student can help for a different new grammar. Then we have Latin. You guys know I like to use real sign language. I get it off signingsavvy.com. And I actually used in my notes, I don't know if you can see, I used the short and long vowel symbols to help me remember how they're pronounced on the app. They pronounce it correctly, and I also use the short and long symbols on my tutor board. So it's factisunt, were made. So factisunt, were made. Then factum est, was made. Then missus, sent. Comprehenderunt, comprehended. Lucet, shineth. And fuit, there was. Fuit, there was. Okay? Then we have, after Latin, English. English is, if you remember last week, we're going to use the same hand symbols, but we'll be saying the example words instead of infinitive present. So I actually ordered an agility ladder for this. You can look up what it is, but it's kind of like hopscotch made easy. You throw a ladder down. But if you don't have that or don't want to invest in one, you can totally just use masking tape or hopscotch. And so I made little cards. Let me grab them real quick. I'll show you. So I'll have them jump in the squares of the agility ladder, and like every other square, I'll put the new grammar for English. So the first one is to be. So they'll jump on it, and then they'll do the hand signal with it. So it's to be. Then they'll jump a couple times to the next one, which is fist. So am, are, is. Then they'll jump a couple to the next one. Was, were. And then this is two hands, so being. And then been, been. Okay, so again, it's to be, am, are, is, was, were, being, been. as they jump on the cards on the agility ladder. Then we're going to take a break, and I should have put all this on the table. Just a quick second. This is where I like to take another 5-minute break before we move on to the other part of new grammar, that is song, to kind of give their minds a rest. And so I'm bringing fidgets, so just things that are satisfying and relieving to play with. I have a box full of these links. This was again on Amazon. I think it was $25, not too bad, and I like them too, I'm not gonna lie. But I will be having the kids use hand sanitizer before and after use, and I'm going to spray all the fidgets with Lysol before and after as well. Just some fun stuff, and then we'll put it away and move on to new grammar that involves singing. I love these blobs. Okay, and then for singing, new grammar, first we have math. So we're doing 9s and 10s. So the 9s are to the tune of Do Lord. Nope, not right now. Go watch a movie. And I'm going to, again, let a student point to the 9s as we sing it. Then 10s, for 10s, I'm going to try, Mrs. Severe has a mouse puppet she's letting me borrow. Her name is Stella the Stuttering Mouse, and she needs help when she's learning new grammar. So Stella's going to say, 10, 20, da, 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 da. Somebody help Stella, and the students will help stuttering Stella get through her 10s. Then for history, I'm going to use screen recordings so that I don't have to repeat it manually. It'll just be a video already. So we're singing about George Washington, and we're just going to sing to the recording. And then after we sing to the recording a few times, we'll try it without music. And then last we have timeline. No, go on. Timeline this week, Judah, this is the sign language for J. Judah falls to Babylon. Temple destroyed. Okay, then we have Babylon falls to Persia. This is P in sign language. Jews return and rebuild the temple. Then you have R's for Roman Republic, gold for Golden Age of Greece, Peloponnesian War. So this is because their helmets covered their noses. So Peloponnesian, and this is a symbol for war. Then Persia, P again, falls to A for Alexander the Great. Nope, go on. And then after new grammar, we do science. Some of the questions I have written down while they do their experiment, which the experiment is where I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Mrs. Severe, is where we take like 2 knives and like butter knives and clink them together while a student covers their eyes. We're going to clink it around their head, see if they know if it's in front, above, or behind. And because we're going to be studying how sound travels. So some of my questions are, how do we hear? How do our ears work? What are sound waves? Does sound take time to travel? And give the example of echoes take time to travel. Sound travels to 3 parts: outer ear, middle ear, inner ear. The outer ear has what do you think it has? The eardrum. Then before we do the experiment, I'll say, do you think she knows where the sounds are coming from? Or will she know? Why or why not? She always knows when I do it side to side. Why? And then I'll explain it's because if it's this way, it's an equal distance to eardrum, so it's confusing. But if it's side to side, it's a totally different distance from each eardrum, so she'll know exactly where it is. Then for and then we're doing, I think, the rub-off experiment, which is about skin. And so we'll take soap and rub it against sandpaper, and then some soap will fall onto a piece of paper, and we'll see that our skin kind of falls off similarly and is always regenerating, that it's the largest organ in our body, and ask the students, will our skin change or stay the same as we're older? How do cuts heal? What's going to happen when our skin touches something? What's happening as skin rubs off? And then explain it's creating new skin all the time. It's regenerating. For fine arts, let's see, we're doing perspective. So we are talking about how things look different based off different perspectives. So we're going to talk about horizon line and have example pictures to show them where a horizon line or vanishing point is. It's where the sun or the sky meets the earth in a picture. We're going to talk about the difference between 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional, and probably be drawing like a triangle 2-dimensional versus a pyramid 3-dimensional, I don't know, rectangle and cylinder and so on. And then angles change based on how you look at objects, and you can make up some of your own questions about that. And then for review, Mrs. Severe is planning some outdoor activities for all 3 foundations classes to practice together. So I think that is all I had planned for week 5. I hope this helps. I'll see you guys next week.